It happened just before dawn. Walking back toward my ranch house after checking the solar water pump, I saw something that made me freeze. A tall metal fence, painted stark white with bold red letters reading property line, HOA restricted access, stretched across the entire front of my gate. Not only had the HOA blocked my main entrance, but they had also parked 2 rental construction trucks sideways, completely trapping me inside. I couldn't believe my eyes. My own land, fenced in by people who had no right to be there. And that wasn't all. A small sign, zip-tied to the fence, flapped in the early morning breeze. HOA ordered closure due to noncompliance. Gate blocked until further notice. My heart raced. I didn't remember signing up for an HOA. I knew I wasn't part of their subdivision. My ranch sat on its own private parcel, surrounded by open land and a few small creeks. The nearest neighborhood with an HOA, Sycamore Ridge, was at least a quarter-mile away. So why were they doing this? I pulled out my phone and called the sheriff. "Sir," the deputy said, "we've had a couple complaints from that HOA recently. They say you've been violating community standards, but legally, they have no authority over your land. Still, blocking access to your property. That's trespassing. Can you send someone out here?" I asked. "We'll send a unit, but be patient. They're stretched thin tonight." I hung up, pacing the gravel with clenched fists. Then I noticed something else. A few yards down the road, a white SUV with the Sycamore Ridge logo printed on its side was parked just beyond my property line. Inside, I saw a woman sipping coffee from a reusable mug, smiling like she had just won the lottery. Her name was Eleanor Bishop. I'd met her once at a town meeting. She introduced herself as the HOA president for Sycamore Ridge, the luxury subdivision down the road. That same woman now watched me from her warm car like I was some unruly tenant in her backyard. I marched toward her, my boots crunching over gravel. She rolled down her window before I could say a word. "Morning," she said with a wide, sugary smile. "Don't worry, we've issued a temporary restriction while we sort this all out. It's for your own safety." "My own safety?" I snapped. "You just fenced in my land." "You'll thank us later," she said cheerfully. "The board voted unanimously. Your fence doesn't match neighborhood guidelines, and we've received numerous complaints about the signage you put up last week, the metal eagle statue over your gate, very aggressive." I was stunned. "Lady, this isn't your neighborhood. This is my ranch. It's private property." She gave a little shrug. "Well, the road leading to your ranch technically overlaps our jurisdiction now. We had it rezoned with the county last month. Voted on it. I sent the notice to your old address. You can't just zone me into your HOA." "Oh, we can. It was in the fine print of that county road maintenance proposal you voted against. You should have read it more closely." Before I could respond, she rolled her window up and started texting on her phone, like the conversation was over. I turned and looked back at the ridiculous fence. I was blocked in, literally. That's when I made a decision that would change everything. I would not only get revenge, I would own the very road she used to control me. It had started quietly a few months before. Newly retired from my tech job in Denver, I'd moved back full-time to the ranch my grandfather built, passed down through my father, and eventually left to me. All I wanted was peace, horses, open skies, a little garden, a fishing pond. But peace didn't last. One morning, I saw HOA members surveying the dirt road leading to my gate, measuring, spray painting gravel. A tall man in khakis explained they were from Sycamore Ridge, doing survey work for a new speed bump project. He mentioned they were working with the county to adopt the road stretch for maintenance, claiming it was voluntary and would fix potholes. I told him I wasn't interested. A week later, a letter arrived. Notice of road adoption proposal. Legal terms, check boxes, fine print like Martian. I ignored it. My first mistake. Next, a paper from the county office mentioned a vote, road standards, and buried deep, an HOA easement clause. By the time I caught on, the board had held their vote without my real input. Suddenly, according to them, the road belonged to the HOA, subject to their aesthetic rules. They wanted my gate down, fence repainted, my dog Rusty kept inside after 7 p.m. I refused. Notices turned to fines, then warnings taped to my mailbox. But the morning they fenced off my gate? That was war. Deputy Miller finally showed up that afternoon. Good guy, local. He shook his head at the fence. Been getting a lot of calls about Sycamore Ridge lately. Expanding like wildfire. You sure you didn't sign anything? Positive. He inspected my deeds. Well, technically, they don't own this land. But that road, it's in a gray area now. They claim it was transferred, and the county clerk signed it without realizing the full impact. So what can I do? You could sue, but that takes time, he paused. Or you could outbid them. What do you mean? The road's still technically up for lease renewal next quarter. If you make an offer before the HOA does, and you're willing to maintain it, the county might approve your ownership. A wild idea sparked. Buy the road. Exactly. That night, I called my old buddy Sam, who used to work in municipal land records. You serious? He asked. You want to buy the whole street? Yes. Every inch, from the county line to the start of Sycamore Ridge. I want it under my name. Then I want to charge them a fee every single time they use it. Sam whistled. Gonna take money and strategy, but I'll help. I had savings, time, and motivation. The process started. Paperwork, county officials, Sam calling in favors. Somehow, I made it to the final hearing. But Eleanor and the HOA board caught wind. They showed up with a lawyer, a presentation, and fake grievances. This man refuses to cooperate, Eleanor declared, pearls gleaming. He's a danger to community harmony. I just smiled. When the county clerk read the final decision, my heart nearly stopped. Ownership of County Road 19B will be transferred to Mr. Arthur Vance. I signed the papers that day. 1 week later, Eleanor received a certified letter. As the new owner of Road 19B, I'm informing you of a new road access agreement. All HOA-affiliated vehicles must pay a monthly road usage fee, effective immediately. And yes, I tripled their HOA dues in one strike. But just when I thought I had the upper hand, tires screeched outside one night. Ran out with a flashlight. A backhoe tearing down the road sign I'd installed. And there, flashlight under her chin like a bad movie villain, was Eleanor. With backup, 3 board members. They were digging a trench across my road. What are you doing? I yelled. Road repairs, she shouted back. HOA funded. Erosion. We decided to act quickly. On my road, she smiled sweetly. Actually, the HOA lawyers found a clause temporary safety alterations if public risk is involved. Unbelievable boldness. There's no risk. You're making the risk. Your ownership is under review, she said smugly. Filed an injunction. Court next month. My blood boiled. So you'll destroy it first? Simply protecting residents. I stormed back, flicked on truck high beams, started filming everything her face, the crew, the torn-up gravel. Trespassing, I said into the camera. Destroying private property. Going to the sheriff. Called Miller again. Groggily, okay, on my way. By the time his cruiser arrived, the backhoe hit a water pipe. A geyser shot 10 feet up, flooding the road, soaking Eleanor's designer shoes. Glorious. Miller stepped out. Oh, for crying out loud. Made them shut off the equipment. Pulled Eleanor aside. She argued, waved PDFs. Miller shook his head. No jurisdiction here anymore. This road belongs to Mr. Vance. That water pipe? Private line to his ranch. You just caused over $10,000 in damage. I didn't know. You're the HOA president. You're supposed to check first. But the injunction doesn't give you the right to damage private property. She looked like she swallowed a lemon. Miller turned to me. Press charges, Art? Oh, I wanted to. Not tonight. But sending a formal complaint. And a bill. They left, wet, muddy, embarrassed. Next morning, county clerk's office. Photos, video, repair estimates. Marge, the sweet older clerk. This is bad. Really bad. Didn't even file for temporary access. That damage, honey. You're going to own their clubhouse by the time this is over. Scheduled a formal property damage hearing. Visited neighbor Hank, retired welder. Heard you had visitors. Nodded. Hear the water main blow? Sure did. Thought it was fireworks. Got serious. Hank, if this keeps going, it'll get worse. Eleanor's not backing off. He leaned back. Maybe it's time we give her a reason to. Handed me a folded paper. Proposal to form an independent property association. Just for folks like us, outside the HOA. Need 5 landowners. My eyes lit up. Serious? Dead serious. Let's play their game, but smarter. By week's end, met 4 other ranchers. None wanted HOA trouble. Furious when they heard my story. All signed. Free Ranchers Coalition born. Drafted bylaws, made it legal. Sent a letter to the HOA board. All HOA vehicles crossing Road 19B must adhere to new usage guidelines. Failure means fines, access suspension. Guess what? They ignored it. Then Eleanor filed her lawsuit. Wanted the road back. Claimed hostile takeover, damaging community morale. Hired a PR team. Articles popped up online. Rancher turns road into toll trap. HOA residents feel trapped. Neighbors become dictators. My mailbox filled with hate mail. Selfish, dangerous, un-American. Peaceful rancher to public enemy in 2 weeks. Then the next extreme event hit. Came home one afternoon. Gate completely gone. Not broken, gone. Ripped from hinges, posts sawed off clean. Rusty barking madly. Small wooden sign left, nailed crudely. You don't own US. Hands trembled. This wasn't about money. Personal. That gate, built by my father 40 years ago, hand-welded, Granger family crest. Gone. Stood silent, fists clenched, Rusty growling. Called Miller. They took my gate, Tom. Gone? Cameras. Yeah, near the barn. Save the footage. Sending someone. Sprint to the barn, plugged in trail cam card. Grainy, but clear. 2:14 a.m., white pickup, headlights off. 2 masked figures, chainsaws, bolt cutters. Fast work. Vanished, gate in the truck bed like a trophy. Deputy arrived. Masked, no plates. Knew what they were doing. HOA. No way to prove it. But this doesn't happen by accident. Couldn't sleep. Porch, rifle, Rusty on watch. Filed police report. Destruction of property, theft. Dropped by lawyer David Chen's office. David, they want war. I'll give them war. Civil but brutal, he advised. Subpoena HOA records, financials. See who they paid. Installed 10 new cameras, infrared, motion detecting. Replaced the gate, full steel sliding gate, keypad operated. Welded it myself. Engraved bold black letters, private road. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Lawsuit churned. Rallied ranchers. Meeting at Hank's barn. 10 showed up, fed up. Shared HOA horror stories. Fined me for painting my barn red. Told my wife no clothesline. Stood before them. Defending land. Defending our right to live free. Group voted to increase legal fund. Hank set up public page. Story caught fire online, local TV. Cindy snapped. Showed up, pearl white SUV, parked outside toll sign. Sat staring for an hour. Walked down. Stopped 10 feet away. Silent. She rolled down window. Not over, Mr. Vance. Hope not. Just getting started. Pulled out phone, started recording loudly. This man is threatening me. Blocking public property. Calmly pointed to sign. Ma'am, private road. County says it. Deed says it. Law says it. Turn off camera, face flushed. Enjoy your little victory, she hissed. HOA board just voted to double your toll taxes. Smirked. Good luck. That toll goes to me. Slammed door, sped off. Deliveries kept using my road. Amazon, movers, landscapers. Printed big flyers. Notice, private toll road. Unauthorized access fined. Handed copies to delivery companies. Sent formal letters to HOA per violation. $75 fine each. Cindy sent cease and desist. David laughed. Then, Homestead Chronicles, national documentary series. Heard about situation. Wanted to film. Agreed. Crew arrived. Interviewed me, Hank, Miller. Showed gate footage, trench incident, signs. Cindy declined. Episode aired. Phone call started. Ranchers, reporters, lawyers offering help. State senator called. Watched episode. Proposing new bill protecting landowners from hostile HOA takeovers. Like your testimony. Fight became a movement, but hadn't faced the final blow. Late one night, stars glittering, Rusty asleep. Power out. Backup generator failed. Water pump stopped. Walked to property edge, flashlight beam trembling. 2 large black boxes. Signal jammers. Deliberately placed. Hidden. Note duct taped on top. Shut it down, or we'll shut you down. Wind rustled tall grass. Stared at the jammer, fury rising. Cutting power, jamming signals, no emergency calls, no cameras, no monitoring. Isolation. Photographed boxes carefully. Called Miller on the sat phone. Found 2 jammers, Art. Both with threats. Escalating. Tech team out first thing. Bring gloves. Didn't sleep. Lantern, Winchester, Rusty on edge. Dawn brought Miller and Tex. Commercial grade. Carter, a tech, said. Not cheap. Traceable. Cereals might help. If bought under the table, called Mike, PI buddy. Sent photos, footage. 2 hours later. Art. Ever heard of Robert Bishop? No. Private contractor. Married to Eleanor Bishop. Blinked. Kidding. Nope. Guess who bought 2 jammers off secondhand auction last week? Delivery to Robert's old workshop. Blood rushed. Proof. More? Video of him loading crates into white pickup. Same one from gate footage. Silent. Send everything to David. Press charges. Sure? Goes public. I wanted to. It did. Story exploded. Headlines. HOA president's husband tied TO sabotage. Criminal probe. Free Ranchers Coalition strikes back. Cindy denied everything. Claimed Robert acted alone. County suspended HOA road activity. Toll legal. Granted access to HOA financials. Then, a shaky cursive letter. Mr. Vance, I'm sorry retired teacher didn't know if they take your land could happen to any of us. Please don't give up. Mrs. Gable. Not everyone was the enemy. Lit fire, sat alone. Not just revenge. Setting things right. Held public meeting. Edge of road. Don't hate Willow Ridge people. Hate how HOA uses power. About freedom, respect. Dozen HOA residents came. Clapped. Signed petition to dissolve board. Turning point. 3 days later, smelled smoke. Bitter, thick. Flames licked barn corner. Grabbed hose, fought it back. Caught it fast. Charred wood, burned hay. Gaskin near fence. No prints, no camera. Knew it was an accident. Still trying to scare me. Called contractor. Called Mike. Dig deeper? Art. Find who still thinks they can threaten me. Called David. Arson now. Criminal. Jail time. Nuclear, David agreed. Sue Brad and HOA. Harassment, vandalism, negligence, do it. Offered $10,000 reward for fire info. 3 days, call. Teen son of HOA resident. Saw man, black hoodie, pouring liquid, running to white SUV. Snapped blurry pic. David enhanced it. Partial plate, rental under Robert Bishop's cousin's name. Connected. Subpoenaed records, GPS, neighbor cameras. Hank tracked rental return smelled of gas. Enough for sheriff. Warrant issued. Brad arrested. Cindy vanished. Silence. Then, Uncle Frank arrived, red pickup. Heard someone was trying to burn the Vance name off this land. Grinned. Come lend a hand. Hugged. He'd worked with Dad here. More people came. Hank with lumber, neighbors with hay, Mrs. Gable with sandwiches. This neighborhood wasn't meant to be like this. 2 weeks after Brad's arrest, emergency court hearing. David and I faced HOA's empty chair. Lawyer argued ignorance. Evidence overwhelming. GPS, rentals, emails coordinating blockages, financials proving HOA funds used for fence, jammers. Judge, eyes like steel. Court finds Sycamore Ridge HOA in violation trespassing, malicious interference, misuse of funds. Authority over Road 19 be revoked. $250,000 fine levied against association, payable to Mr. Vance. Board dissolved, reorganized under state supervision. 1. Dismantled them. That night, Uncle Frank handed me beer by rebuilt barn. Think they'll try again? Watch stars. If they do, they'll find out how tough this road really is. Then, black car. Man in suit. Mr. Vance, Apex Land Holdings. Interested in purchasing. Not for sale. Triple market value. Still not for sale. Open briefcase. Maps, renderings. Massive subdivision. Vance River Estates. Right over my land. Vance River Estates stared back like a curse. My ranch carved into boxes. Offers real, the suit said. Working with state planners. Rezoned, land triples. Walk away wealthy. Already am, I said flatly. Limited time. Acquired 6 neighbors. Yours is last. Closed his briefcase. Toll road. Briefcase cost $75. Nervous laugh. Think it over. Drove off. Not over. Apex Land Holdings shady land grabs. Lawsuits. Called David. Apex. Know those guys. Buy land. Push rezoning. Promise perks. Slap on HOA. Lobbyists. Cash. What now? On the road. Coalition votes matter. Petition block rezoning. Historical preservation. Gathered ranchers in rebuilt barn. Showed plans. Not just my land. Rezone me, you're next. Hank stood. Vote tonight. Unanimous. Filed petition. Historical claim based on century-old heritage. Apex struck back. Info session, fancy hotel. Free coffee. Painted me villain. Rep claimed I refused fortune for pride. I was there. Raised hand. Talk future? Great-grandfather bled here. Father worked here. Mother buried here. Don't pave my story and call it progress. Applause from older folks. Apex ended meeting early. Counterpetition, negative ads, digitally altering my land. Filed emergency motion. Seize Road 19B via eminent domain. David called Sunrise, claiming public necessity. Take road, access everything. Stared at Sunrise, Rusty beside me. Enough. Called contacts, press, bloggers, advocates. Sent drone footage, photos, videos. Launched Don't Pave My Past website. Viral. Donations, support. Retired Marine stood guard. Not losing this without a fight. Hearing day. Standing room only. Apex. 5 lawyers. Us. Truth. David laid out history, sabotage, fire, hostile rezoning. Showed corporate corruption. Handed judge deed. Full road ownership. No easement granted. Judge looked long. Ruled, favor Mr. Arthur Vance. Road 19B remains his. Land not res zoned. Vance River Estates rejected. Courtroom erupted. Walking out, David showed phone. Video. Whistleblower footage. Brad Bishop talking to unknown voice. That couldn't scare him. Push hard enough. Everyone has a breaking point. Everyone has a breaking point. Cold words hung heavy. Sat by fire pit, Rusty curled close. Anonymous whistleblower, ex-Apex temp, sent clip. Voice off camera, calm power. Then push harder. Sent video to sheriff, DA. Investigation opened floodgates. Brad, cousin, 2 HOA board members funneling funds via fake landscaping company. Paid for backhoe, jammers, fire starter. Receipts. Sheriff moved fast. Arrests, press briefing. Cindy resigned, fled. Brad denied bail. Apex denied connection. Judge froze county operations pending federal investigation. Then, 2 a.m. knock. Steady. Rifle ready. Mrs. Gable, pale, shaking. Sorry, Art, holding flash drive. Found this. Note said, give this to Vance, or your house is next. Took drive. Scanned road. Nothing. Plugged it in. Dark footage. Someone walking property. Same powerful voice. Next week the main house. Burn it down. 7 days. Maybe less. Called sheriff. 24-hour watch. Upgraded security. Cameras, lights, alarms, sensors, doors. Called military buddies. 2 ex-Marines arrived. Not starting war, but ready. Father's journal. Deed from 67. Second road behind ridge. Mine. Hidden. Back door. Escape route. Took shifts. Days slow. 6th night. Post, 2 a.m. Alarm blared. Camera feed read. Figure hopped fence. Another. 2 more. They're here. Floodlights on. Rusty barked wildly. Marines took positions. Called sheriff. Trespasser sprinted towards house. Red canister. Ray tackled him. Another ran for barn. Tripped wire into thorns. Third caught at toll gate by Miller's cruiser. Arrested. Local thugs contracted by Apex. Hush money. Didn't count on cameras, prep, or my fire. Dawn broke. Stood at property edge. Mrs. Gable brought coffee. Over. Nodded. Over. Feds raided Apex 3 days later. Company folded. Execs indicted. Conspiracy, fraud, attempted arson. Cindy gone. Brad, 8 years. Ranch standing. Free. Didn't sell. Donated land portion. Founders Meadow Education Center. Kids learn nature, farming, freedom. Toll road still mine. New sign. Welcome to Vance Ranch, where we don't back down. See someone read it, smile. No one thing. Tried fencing me in, Bott Street. Tried scaring me Litway. Came for my land, forgot who owned the road. The end.